Hi Gemini, I hope you guys are doing well. Happy birthday. Welcome back. Welcome to those of you who have never been here. My name is Jackie. This is going to be a general reading for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So please take the messages that resonate and throw out the rest. Beautiful crowning energy. Can you guys read that? Enchanting gifts. What a cool card to get in your birthday season, right? Love it. Love it. Yeah, so we pull for the archetype of Gemini. So the energy is going to be surrounding you. So you apply it how you see fit. Sometimes it ends up applying to, most often you, but it can, second to you would be a partner or somebody who's really, really close to you, like a very close friend of the friend or family member, someone like that. I did pre-shuffle these, but I do like to give an extra little kick to it. All right, let's see what we have going on. Six of Wands. You guys feeling a little tired lately? Because that's what happens in that. It's like that pre-solar return funk that happens leading up. Because I'm doing this on May 7th, right before we enter your solar return. And it's like as we prepare for that rebirth, it can be pretty tiring. Some of you might be having interrupted sleep up into this season, but I had to tell you before we even get any further, I can't wait to do your June energy because you guys have some crazy astrology going on in June, really cool. And also, and I know a lot of you don't really like when I discuss astrology as much in my readings, so I want to be respectful of that, but I do want to mention that we have the eclipse season coming up in July, and naturally a part of that is 6 weeks prior we really start feeling it. So for you early degree and late degree Gemini, so if you were like, up to 10 degrees and those from 20 to 29 degrees Gemini, you might have even been feeling things being eclipsed out of your life like now, like maybe even starting in April. So, let me know in the comments if you've been feeling that. But yeah, anyway, so we'll talk more about that next month. But right now, let's get into this. So, yes, we have this idea of giving and receiving with this enchanting gift. It's beautiful. Really productive and enriching time for you right now. All types of opportunities are being offered to you. You have everything you need to take advantage of them. But in order for you to really take advantage, you need to be prepared to put the time in. Your time and your skills and commitment. Like really commit heart and soul to whatever you're choosing to pursue right now. It's going to pay off, but you're going to have to put that work in because you have exactly what it takes in order to succeed. But this energy is all about that dance of give and take, doing and being, So, and don't be afraid of that. So don't let fear rule your choices, okay, right now, because you're going to end up depleting yourself and creating an imbalance. So just be careful to rest in between things. Again, the start of the solar return can be a very tiring time. So just be mindful of your energy. For relationships, this is all about reciprocity and action. So this is, where you have to give and receive in order for real love to flourish between the two of you. No one-way streets at this time, especially. Should be never, but especially now. Really beautiful energy. I love it because your hard work and all of your efforts and commitment to learning that you've been exhibiting and your creativity, spending your time wisely is just paying off in ways that I'm feeling you could not have possibly anticipated. I just love it. It's the gifts of yourself, of your time, of your ideas, of your energy and intentions are being reciprocated by the universe. And you are going to be getting signs and signals, guys. Like there's going to be synchronicity going on through meetings and opportunities that are going to be bringing you a lot of success. Yeah. Everything is like a complete exchange of energy right now. So keep doing good and you're going to keep getting good, as they say, But just be careful of what you pray for because you might just get it and then realize that, the hefty price tag involved in actually following through with something. So on a basic level, this could be a new job that you applied for and you're really wanting and you end up getting it. but you didn't realize how much commitment and time that this was going to require. So all of a sudden you're in a place of struggling to balance out your work life with the rest of your life. So that you're going to have to just be mindful of. So make sure that you know what you're getting into before you get into it. And another part of this energy is, if you're not pushing yourself to be the best version of yourself right now while you practice this giving and receiving, the energy is going to push others to push you, which means that you may end up feeling like you're in a position of needing to prove yourself to other people. But this is actually for your higher good, and you can totally handle it. But this is what ends up happening. Like, it's a perfect example of how energy just pushes us in ways if we're not willing, right? So that's fine, right? So let's get right into the cards. So Saturday the 18th, we have the Six of Wands energy, which is Jupiter and Leo. Beautiful. This is the card of deserved success. A very welcomed energy if you've been struggling recently, or if you've been feeling unsure if your hard work is finally paying, is going to pay you off. It is. It's finally going to be paying off here. Yeah, and for work, those relating with work, this does indicate a promotion, a new job, a new contract, something new. Okay, those of you who are involved in any kind of legal matter, things are going to go in your favor. Those of you in personal relationships, this energy supports feelings being declared and being very well received. So this is beautiful, And the thing that's interesting here for this reading is how close it is to the Ace of Cups. It doesn't matter that it's reversed. It's still very positive. Whenever these two cards are so close together, well, even if they're in the same reading, but the energy is just more profound when it's close together, this indicates a proposal of some kind, that's gonna end up in some sort of celebration. Now, it can be a wedding, it can be a little engagement, but it can also be a proposal of, hey, let's move in together, or hey, let's go to the next level together, or let's become fully committed. But something where there's some sort of follow-up, little celebratory thingy of recognition of this beautiful thing. But this is really positive. And then for Sunday the 26th, we have a Queen of Cups energy. Beautiful. Those of you who are in relationships, this indicates love and happiness, front and center. I love it. This is falling in love, loving behavior, emotional honesty. Pay attention to your dreams during this time, because they're going to be holding hidden messages for you, for sure. For those of you who remember dreams, I know a lot of people don't, but those of you who do, try to write them down, or at least the core things, no matter how weird, because it's so funny how weird our dreams are sometimes, right? We can't make heads or tails, but try to write down whatever you do remember and look up the meaning, see if it doesn't tell you something. Those of you who are not in a relationship, this does indicate that you may be meeting someone who is just wonderful, sensitive, nurturing, compassionate, but most importantly, they have a high EQ, right? Emotional IQ. We need emotionally intelligent people in relationships, right? Gemini, it's very hard because, the Gemini energy is so quick and so intellectual that if someone doesn't have a high emotional intelligence, it's a problem, Those of you who are not in a relationship and you have no interest in meeting anyone right now, this definitely shows a time of close connections and feeling just so treasured by your family and friends during this period. So this is really nice. And then Monday on the 20th, we have the Ace of Cups reverse energy, which indicates a block in some part of your life that you're trying to move forward in. But I'm getting, for most of you, this is just going to be a time thing where you're just so busy right now, not being able to do everything that you would really like to do, especially regarding your relationship. So this is going to be a time of you feeling emotionally exhausted due to the demands of someone close to you. It could be from somebody at work, but I am getting it might be more likely from your partner or a family member. And for those of you who are in a new relationship, this does indicate, this is new, a new relationship. This does indicate feeling some sort of disappointment about things not developing in the way that you were hoping. But this is not, that doesn't apply for established relationships. For those of you who are in an established relationship, I'm getting more than anything, again, going back to the time thing, it's just a big time thing. But because there's this time issue, and I'm getting that you guys aren't able to spend the amount of time that you normally would together, insecurities are cooking here. But don't become overwhelmed by this, because this is temporary energy. So don't give it more value and power than it should have. You know what I mean? Like, it's the time thing is why you guys are not feeling in alignment right now, if that resonates with you. So it's so temporary and not a big deal. So just know this going into that day, and don't give it, again, I can't say enough, don't give it more power than, you know, than it should have. And then Tuesday, excuse me, the 21st, we have the Empress energy, which is abundance and material comfort, sensuality and security, emotional support, very auspicious energy for children and families, showing harmony at home. Great energy for those of you who are hoping to begin a family. Yeah, okay? Totally supports this. Very nurturing time. In career, this shows itself as you feeling very secure with the money you do have coming in. And in relationships, this energy brings it harmony to existing relationships, not only with your partners, but with family members and friends as well. And for those of you who are single, this does indicate a great time to begin a new relationship. Yeah. And for those of you who have homes, this is worth mentioning. I'm feeling this is a great energy for renovations and extensions or some kind of home improvements. Or maybe even some of you, I'm feeling, are going to be moving to a larger home. Yeah. And then we have Wednesday the 22nd, Four of Wands energy, man. This is beautiful. This is success after completion, time for a reward. What an awesome card to get in your birthday season, you know, really. Socially, you're going to have the opportunity to celebrate and really enjoy yourself. This is going to be a season of confidence and strong vitality for you. The vibe of this card is feeling like you're in the right space to put roots down. And in work, your talent is being appreciated. You're full of ideas. This is so positive. Spiritually, this energy indicates that you're going to just have this light about you that's going to want to make people to just really want to be around you during this time. For those of you not in relationships, this too predicts a new partner or love interest. And someone who's going to be really opening up their heart and expressing their feelings for you. And for those of you who are in relationships, this is the honeymoon card, right? This is a time of like a resurgence of your love, or at least understanding your relationship on an even deeper level. That's just beautiful. And then on Thursday, the 23rd, we do have the Nine of Swords reverse. So this is maybe the only negative real situation you're going to have to deal with, but that it's reverse, it shows an upswing. Okay, so this is just telling me that there's a certain little part of your life, and maybe it's not so little. And I want to minimize it only because you have so much positive energy here, but there's a certain part of your life where I feel that you guys still feel trapped by. I feel like you have like 3 toes still in the past regarding someone or something, some situation. But it's something that makes you feel really guilty when you think about it, or still hurts you in some way. But the thing is, again, because it's reverse, it's the lowest point of the cycle. So your feelings are going to be shifting, you know, to be more positive. But I am getting whatever this was, it made you feel really powerless during that time. But you're gaining your power back, for sure. But this really wants you to be patient and compassionate with yourself right now, Gemini, and turn to others for support rather than dealing with this alone. You know, just talk to a really good friend or a family member or somebody. But I am definitely getting strong that it's something left over from your past. But again, beautiful cards here. So please don't let the residue from some past mistake or issue or whatever sour all of the wonderful things that you have going on right now. Because whatever it is from the past, it's done. It's done. Hopefully you learned whatever lesson that needed to be learned and you move on. And that's it. Okay, and then we have Friday the 24th. We have the King of Wands energy. And that's air of fire, and it's associated with Cancer and Leo. So as an influence, this says that it's the right time to express your ideas and be the individual that you are. I love this because this is like, take your mask off, just be you, and just do you. I love this. And for those of you who have an entrepreneurial spirit, this is a great time to make a plan, You know, whatever you propose is going to be well received right now. Like the practical support that you need is going to be there. But you need to be the one to initiate it. So what you do now is going to reflect the truth of the path of this next phase for you. Let me say that another way. This next phase of your life is exactly where you're supposed to be going. This is such a good thing for you. So the choices that you make now are really going to drive that path. So I feel like you're just going to be in the space of making really good decisions. Yeah. And some of you are going to be meeting somebody new for sure. And this person is pretty awesome. They might have their own business. Very well traveled, talkative, energetic. They have very high standards, strong integrity, not judgmental. I don't know, those of you who are meeting this person, congratulations. Yeah. But whether this is you meeting someone new or this is just an influence on your life, this is an energy, you know, telling you to just tap into your free spirit right now. Tap into your free spirit. Yeah. This is all really good. Okay. Yeah, I love that. Love that. That week of May for you guys. Awesome. All right. So let's pull some cards for the next week from the Rider-Waite. See what we get for the 25th through to the 1st. Okay. Let's just get these. Ooh, the cards are even shuffling in an exciting way. Okay. I hope it reflects what we got last week. Okay. Ooh, got the World card. We got the Sun and the World. Guys, what? Okay, let me just think for a second. Okay, so starting off on the 25th, we have the Queen of Wands reverse, which is saying that you're going to feel impacted on this day due to other people's pointless interference in things, and you're going to be feeling the need to really organize yourself, but at the same time you're going to feel like you can't. It's like you can't feel organized for anything on this day. And I'm getting that it's because you took on too much of something that you may not even want to admit. Okay, I'm getting a couple of things. This could be you taking on more than you realize. Ooh, this goes back to the gift card, right? About maybe you guys getting into something that required a lot more of you than you initially anticipated. So that could be you. Or this could be someone close to you who you feel like is in an unhealthy way throwing themselves into working more than they should, taking on more than they should. And I'm feeling some of you are trying to figure out if this isn't maybe a pattern with them as they throw themselves into work or something as a way of avoiding being who they are due to a fear of rejection, where they keep themselves so busy that they don't have to worry about the possibility of getting into arguments or feeling rejected in any part of their life. But this could also very well be you, Gemini, This can be you burying yourself in work. So, this is the energy. Apply it as you see fit. But that is what the Queen of Wands indicates, okay? And then on Sunday the 26th, we have the Sun on Sunday, reverse, which is still an incredibly positive card. My favorite card of the deck, okay? Because it overlays an element of positivity over the entire reading. So, I love this, There's no way that you could find anything negative except for the fact that with it reverse, it only indicates a slight delay before the full-on goodness of this energy can come to fruition, But it's just you just feeling really good about where you're living or maybe where you're moving to. You're just going to be in a good place in your relationships. You're going to be having great success in whatever position you're in at work. Just all good stuff. Again, the only glitch here is that you might have some small delays, which is fine. But this is incredibly positive. And then on Monday the 27th, we have the Page of Wands reverse, which is another delay. And Okay, so let's think about this. Communication is going to be a little weird, for sure. And let's see. I'm getting a bunch of things right now, so forgive my little delay. All right. Some of you are going to be dealing with someone who is negative and restless, and they're going to be very insistent on having negative conversation with you, to the point of not allowing it to drop. Someone who's very stubborn and does not have the ability to listen, right? They don't want to listen to anything that anybody else has to say. So there's a definite argument here. Now, this can be with a significant other or a friend or a family member, but this person doesn't have follow through with what they initiate. There's a sense of immaturity about them. But I'm feeling like someone's going to be trying to blame you for something. And that's what I was getting. That was with the delay. But you're not even going to have it. And Gemini, don't get sucked into this energy. Just don't. Know going into the day that this is very possible for you. If you're going to have to deal with this, first of all, know it's temporary. Second, don't give it more power than it should. And third, don't engage. Just don't engage. If it's your partner and they're right in your face, but I'm not getting that it's your partner. I'm just not. But this is someone who's just going to be really annoying to you. Could just be a coworker. But don't give it more weight than it deserves. And then on Tuesday the 28th, we have the Six of Cups energy, which is a very positive energy for you guys to have, especially around your birthday time. I love this because this is you thinking back on happy memories and just recalling time from your childhood with fondness. And those of you who have kids, beautiful time. This is you reconnecting to your childhood through certain activities with your own kids right now. You know, and this is like all Geminis really letting their inner child out and let yourselves have fun, right? Without the burdens of worry. It's just a great, great energy. And this is also a good time for reunions with people from your past, you know, old friends, connecting with old friends, distant family members. Or literally, some of you may be revisiting the neighborhoods that that you were born in, going back to your roots. You know, and that makes sense to me, especially because, like I said, we're in the season of graduations, communions, weddings, celebration thingies, you know. And typically during those occasions, we see people who we haven't seen in a really long time. But it's indicating that it's going to be a great experience for you. You're going to totally enjoy it. So I love this. There's something very reminiscent and beautiful about this energy. Now, for those of you who don't resonate with that, you're not invited to anything or anything like that, this energy does indicate the beginning seeds of a new idea or approach to something. But overall, there are going to be feelings of balance and harmony during this period in your relationship. This is just a very compassionate and kind time, too. So especially for those of you who went through maybe a little bit of a challenging period, things are just going to really improve. Really great times ahead. You know, any sort of disruptions or upsets that have been going on up to now are just going to be calmed down and remedied, you know. Now, I do have to mention, and don't scream, but for some of you, I am definitely getting someone from the past is coming back, and you're going to need to weigh out if it's worth going back to the relationship, because you have free will. You know, just make sure you look at everything. Just make sure you look at everything. And then on Wednesday the 29th, we have the World card, which is awesome. This is triumph, completion, rewards for your efforts, you know. And for this reason, the world is the most welcomed card in any reading. So between the Sun card and this World card, you guys are entering an incredible time right now. Yeah, a phase is definitely coming to an end in your life. And I think you all know that, right? I think you feel it, but in a very positive way. So positive. Your confidence is going to be up. Those of you who've been waiting for a decision or an opportunity to manifest something in your life, everything's going to go in your favor. But most importantly to me is how you will all be benefiting spiritually right now. You just really will. This energy completely supports mindful living from the heart, which is beautiful. You guys are really tapping into what works for you, what doesn't work for you, what you will accept, what you will no longer accept, you know. Relationships are going to feel really fulfilling and loving. Many of you are going to be finding a dream home, or for those of you who are looking for a home, you'll be achieving your goals at work. Many of you are going to be gaining a new position, maybe a promotion. Yeah, just receiving gifts on the most basic level, which makes sense because it is your birthday season, but oh, how beautiful is that? And then on Thursday the 30th, we have the Six of Wands reverse, and this is another indication of delay but not cancellation. So things are still going along beautifully, but between the Sun reverse and this reverse, it just says to me that there's going to be a little delay in things that you're working on right now, you know, for them to come to full fruition. So just know this and understand you're going to feel a little frustrated right now. Just know that it's circumstances, it's not you. And just be patient and try to distract yourself with other things right now, other tasks or other things. And I do feel like some of you are going to be feeling a little let down by someone or a group of people, which might put a small dent in your confidence. But guys, this is a minor arcana. It's passing, okay? So again, don't give it more power than it deserves, okay? I feel like this is really relatively a very small disappointment, so just know going in, okay? And then finally, Friday on the 31st, we have the Knight of Pentacles energy. This is a Leo and Virgo association, so as an influence, this shows financial growth and a time of you just being really successful in just completing your essential tasks, you know? As regarding work, this indicates more money coming to you due to either a raise, a bonus, a promotion. But you're going to need to work harder in return, but you're being paid off for it. So it's really good. There's recognition there. Many of you, this can indicate for many of you finding a new home with a partner. This can also indicate some of you meeting someone new who is very loyal and dependable and who has a lot to offer you. This is a kind of energy who... I love this energy for partnership because it's that kind of energy where it's like they're your rock through thick and thin, you know, and that's really hard to find, guys. So the overall energy here, though, is to invest your time wisely and remain really consistent in your efforts, in everything that you're doing, all your relationships, in your work. And for those of you in relationships, this can indicate your partner being extra supportive of you right now through some sort of new task or venture that you're starting. And for others, this can even show you aggressively working on improving your health. All great stuff. I love it. Yeah, so Gemini, that is what I have for you for these last 2 weeks of May. I am going to be doing a read for singles next week, like I mentioned. And if I don't see you for that, I will see you for the beginning of June reads. Okay, take care, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. Bye-bye.